Hey family, I wanted to share something with you today. It has been an very intricate last few months. I've had to pivot, I've had to make quick decisions and figure things out, especially regarding um, my son's homeschooling and just like what life is going to look like, right? And so today was a day where it's like almost like I envisioned it at some other time. Like this is life. And so we woke up, he got a few online classes done, and then I had a meeting about maybe an hour away with my team, and it wound up, we left in time so that he could log into his next class as the meeting started, yada yada yada. But I'm sharing that part to share that I had my meeting with my team. My son was able to make his online classes. I was able to sit and work afterwards in the space that we were in. He was able to catch, a couple of cartoons and stuff on his tablet after finishing his worksheets, and we're able to just like enjoy the rest of the day. And for me to be productive. And this is something that I have envisioned, that I desire for my work life and my home life to be cohesive. And it's something that I've struggled with balancing for quite some time. And so today was like, oh my gosh, like I had an amazingly productive meeting with the team. My son was able to make all of his classes, complete his schoolwork, and be really plugged in. Simultaneously, we were able to kind of hang out at the spot and still kind of, talk and get some snacks and wrap up some emails and stuff. And then we just kind of eased on down the road, headed home. And as simple as that seems, that is a part of the dream. That's part of the vision. And so if you are in a position and you're like, this is how I see my life, this is what I desire, but there's nothing around me that is showing me that this is even feasible, I want to encourage you to keep going. And I want you to be clear, be ultra clear. Because when the thing shows up, when the cohesiveness and the unity and I don't want to say balance, but all the things that you want to see in your life, your personal life, your professional life, your family life, when they show up, they're going to show up according to your expectation. And so I hadn't realized, oh my gosh, I have been waiting to walk in this for quite some time, where it was just like today just kind of happened. And I think on the way back, and not caring about the traffic that I was in, and really just easing on down the road, literally, that's the dream. That has been a part of the dream. I don't want to rush, I don't want to separate, I don't want to drop off. I want everything to just kind of be in the flow. And it wasn't until I was actually in traffic, unbothered, listening to a podcast that was really good, heading home, I was like, oh, I don't care about traffic. I'm not rushing to pick my child up from school. I had a very productive day. I got all my emails sent out, and now we can just enjoy each other and dinner and prepare for bed and ease into the night. But the traffic didn't bother me, the timing didn't bother me. I got everything done. And for me and my vision and my life, that's a part of the dream, to live a life where we don't have to rush, we don't have to be angry that there's traffic, or feel like we can't do or we can't go. And it has nothing really even to do with money. It just has to do with flow and ease. And so in large part, I know it's because I know how I want to feel. I know how I want my life to feel. I know how I want my family to feel. And even though life isn't perfect and all the circumstances aren't perfect, this was a perfect example of oh, you're doing it. It's happening. You're able to walk and live and just be in the flow. And it's magnificent in its simplicity. It is absolutely magnificent in its simplicity. And I don't know about you, but being in traffic and kind of easing down the road and not caring, not having a deadline, having my child with me, and just like, you know, nourishing my mind and not being upset about like the things that I can't control, that is blissful to me. It is. It really is. And so again, I know I had shared in one of my previous videos about like feeling the breakthrough and knowing what it feels like when you are actually in the thing, because there's been moments where I've thought about like, what would that feel like? And because I thought about it and intentionally put myself in that feeling like, oh yes, that would be amazing, I was able to recognize it today, like, oh my gosh, like it's here, it's happening. Like I feel that right now. Like I recognized it, but I recognized it because I set my intention on feeling it in a time where I didn't have it, right? So yeah, like take your time, write the vision down and make it plain. It's not a joke. Like it's not a joke. It's not a joke. And it's been like such a beautiful day. And I'm not talking about perfection. I'm not talking about like, oh yeah, like I made like 50 sales and all this money is. No. It has just been blissful because it is something I have prayed for, and it's something that I have desired, and I feel at peace, and my child is at peace, and my email inbox is at peace, and my team is at peace because they're going to get all the things that they needed from me, because I was able to just do it like right after the meeting, because I was just chilling. Like I wasn't rushing. I didn't overbook my schedule. Like I was able to, get some things out immediately. And your life might look different. Your desires might look different. But I really truly believe that if you are intentional about what you want your life to feel like, what you want your family life and your professional life to feel like as they interact with each other, there's so many things coming down the pike where it's like, I get to do that like with my family. Like I'm going to make sure that I get to do that with my family, but I intentionally put myself in a place of feeling that a while ago, and seeing it come to fruition in ease and in flow, right? I'm not chasing anything at all, and I won't be. And so it seems like such a simple solution, but I'm really here to tell y'all, you've got to feel the feeling of your breakthrough. You've got to put yourself and visualize in your mind and pray on exactly what you want. Don't add doubt to it. Like, I mean, it'd be nice, but that'll never happen. Don't. Trust that is going to happen. And as you take those steps, because we're accountable to take the steps towards the life and the goals that we have, but as you take those steps and you have that moment where it actually happens, you'll be able to have maybe something similar to this moment and be like, oh my gosh, like it's here, it's happening, like peace, flow, ease. And that doesn't equal perfection, but it still just feels so amazing. So I'm just encouraging you guys today, like this, it was just amazing. Like I just had this moment on the highway where I was like, oh wow, this is what I've been longing for, this feeling, this ease, this peace. And it's totally possible. And I'm not driving myself into the ground for this to happen. And, I apologize for the shadows and stuff. The sun is kind of shining really bright. It was a very sunny and hot day here today, but it's amazing. And it takes sacrifice, and it takes consistency and diligence and clarity, right? It takes clarity. If you're not clear on what it is you desire, then how could you have it? Like, you don't even know what you want. And it's going to be just as different as we are, just as unique as we are. We have different desires for our life, but I, for one, am so excited about not having to separate my family and professional life, and to be able to honor myself, be able to honor my family and be able to honor the work that I'm called to all in one. So be encouraged today. Yeah, this is amazing. Like this is just amazing. So simple and so amazing. So yeah, follow, like, and subscribe and all that jazz. And oh man, get into the flow, y'all.